What's up, everybody? Dustin Heiner here with Master Passive Income, and let's talk about how I scaled and grew my real estate investing business by using cash out refinance. Basically, refinancing my property, pulling the cash out to buy another property. I've done this so many times. It's actually crazy how many times I've actually done this, but out of all the properties that I've owned, I usually pull out the equity. Now, what we're going to talk about is the process. And if you watch toward the ends, I'm literally going to give you the step-by-step process to actually how to do this. But I'm going to give you all the nuts and bolts, like what you should be watching out for, how you should be able to do this as well with all your properties, even investment properties. You can do this as well. And I do want to let you guys know that this is the 6th video in a long list of different ways to fund your real estate investing. Now, I do have a full video where I literally go through all of the 12, actually there's 14 different ways to get financing or get funding for your real estate investing. So check out that video. It'll be in the description or in the comment card right up there. I want you to watch that because it's going to have everything, like literally everything, all the different ways, comparing them all and showing you how to do all these different ways of funding. But right now we're going to talk specifically about cash out refinance. Now, I literally just did a cash out refinance on one of my investment properties. In fact, I think the check, yeah, here is the check that I got right here. This is, let me see if you can see. Yeah, so here is, and it's only $800. The reason why it's $800 is because I didn't ask for cash out refinance. This is for one of my investment properties. So I got this check, and here, look at, here's all the paperwork. Like this is all the paperwork that you have to do to fill out. I mean, it's your mortgage and everything, but you have to fill all that out. And I had an actual notary come to me and we filled it out. This is for my property in Texas. I have many properties all over the country, but here's the reason why I got $801 back on my cash out refinance. Now, what a cash out refinance basically is you tell the bank or whoever the lending institution is, I want to pull cash out and pay off or refinance my home into a different interest rate with your company. They love doing that because it starts the debt clock all over. Usually if you have a 30-year note, you pay off 5 years. Well, they want you to start that over again, so you go into another 30-year loan, so you're always in the 30 years. The big reason why you pay most of your interest up front. That's a big reason why. Now, I got an $800 check, and I didn't even ask for it. I just am doing a regular refinance because I really don't need the cash out. We have plenty of properties. I have 30 plus properties right now. They make us a lot of money. Now, I don't need that cash out right now, but what happened was they had an overage. Like they said, let's just round it up to 152,000 or 200,000 or whatever it was. Let's just round it up. And so this was the balance, and they sent me a check. Now, this is when I didn't ask for a cash out refinance. Imagine if you did ask for a cash out refinance. Now, this is absolutely, I'm going to walk you through everything on how to actually do this. And if you guys don't know me, my name is Dustin Heiner, and I want to help you learn how to quit that job, that just over broke job, by investing in real estate rental properties so you never, ever have to work a job again. And that's my goal right now, is to teach you that you can do cash out refinance, pull cash out of a property that you own and buy more rental properties. Like I said, I've done this so many times, and I've taught my students, my coaching students, where I coach them one-on-one how to actually invest in real estate where they become successful, and they do the exact same thing. I've taught them how to do this cash out refinance. I'm going to teach you exactly how to do this. Now, in order to do a cash out refinance, first, you need to actually own a property. You can't just do any property. You actually have to own the property. And on top of that, the second thing is you have to have equity in the property. So number one, you have to own the property. But number two, you have to have equity. Equity basically is you owe, let's say $100,000, but it's worth $200,000. That equity is that $100,000 in the middle there. That's how much equity you have. So if you sold that house right now, you'd basically pocket $100,000 because you'd pay off your $100,000 loan. You would also pocket $100,000. Instead of selling it, why not keep that house, use it as a rental, make money in passive income every single month, then take that money, instead of selling it, you'd cash out that money, which you bring your balance up. So instead of $100,000, you might be at $150,000 that you owe, but you take that $50,000. Then you buy another rental property that makes you at minimum $250 a month in passive income and pays for the increase, that $50,000 increase, it'll pay for that increase, which is amazing because you're just making money and making money and making money. I do this so many times. Now, the third thing that you need to know is that banks usually lend up to 75% or even 80%. Most banks are 80%, but sometimes it could be 75% of the LTV. That is loan to value. LTV equals loan to value. Now, that's the value of your home versus how much the actual loan is. 80% of a house, let's say your house is worth $200,000, and 80% of that is $160,000. So the bank will let you borrow $160,000 out of the cash out refinance. So if you owe $100,000 and you know the house is worth $200,000, you can pocket out or cash out $60,000 just by refinancing it. Now, what I've done is I've literally cashed that out, and then I bought maybe like 2 or 3 other rental properties. Then I made another $1,500 a month in passive income from those purchases because I did a cash out refinance. And you can absolutely do this too. So you need to make sure, like I said, number 1, own the property. Number 2, you need to make sure you have equity in the property. Number 3, you need to know how much they're going to be able to give you in their loan to value. So if it's 80%, make sure you can have enough money. And the one interesting caveat is that there are fees associated with the refinance. And so in a little bit, I'm going to go through the entire process of how to actually do this. And I'll walk you through the fees that you got to watch out for. Because if you're only going to cash out, let's say $5,000, it might cost you $3,000 to do the cash out just to get $5,000. You're basically paying $8,000 to get $5,000. Might not be worth it. But if you're paying $3,000 to get $60,000 to buy a property, then it's well worth it. Now let's keep moving on. The fourth thing is that the interest rates will be a little bit higher than a regular loan. If you're just doing a regular loan, your interest rates will be fairly low. Like let's say right now it's 3.5% or something like that. If you're going to do a cash out refinance, they might move it up to like 3.9, maybe even a 4, 3.8, somewhere around there. But it's going to be up because they know there's more of a liability, that they're giving more money than the house is worth, or how much the 80% loan to value actually is. So they're giving out more money rather than just loaning on the property itself. So there's a little bit more risk, so they charge more. But hey, that's fine, because with that money, we're going to buy properties that those properties are then going to pay for this increase in the mortgage. Now, the fifth thing that you need to know is that you can actually do this with your own personal residence, the one that you're living in right now. You can do it with a second home. Like let's say you have a property that's in the mountains. You could actually do a cash out refinance with that property. But here's the thing. A lot of people might say, well, you can't do a cash refinance with anything but those. Well, you actually can. In fact, this check that I received, this is literally classified, this house is literally classified as an investment property. When I called up my mortgage broker, I said, hey, I want to do a cash out. No, I didn't say that. I just wanted to refinance it, get like a 1% down. It was like a 4.65%. I got it down to 3.125%, which is a tremendous amount in savings and interest. And I went from a 30-year to a 20-year. I had 25 years left on my loan. I dropped it down to a 20-year. And with that interest rate being so low and getting this cash out refinance of $800 back, and I could have gotten a lot more, I just didn't. I actually have the same exact payment that I had when I had the 4.65% interest at a 30-year rate. So everything's working out really, really well. So what you can do is you absolutely can do this with investment properties. If you have an investment property in your name, you can literally just call up a mortgage broker and say, I have this investment property, I want to do a cash out refinance. Now, the caveat would be, you might call up one mortgage broker and they say, no, we don't do that, or that's not possible, we can't do that. You might think, oh man, Dustin lied to me. No, I literally did not lie to you. The reason why they say that is different banks, different institutions, different lenders have different criteria. Now, imagine you go to your dad, your mom or your dad, you go to somebody that you know that's in your family, and you say, hey, can I borrow some money? Well, their criteria would be, well, number one, I only lend $1,000. I won't lend any more than that. I say, okay, I'll take the $1,000. But if you go to them and say, well, can I borrow $8,000? Say, no, I just can't. No, that's just impossible. We won't do that. What I'm trying to help you to understand is everybody's different. Every bank is different. Everything has different criteria. Now, there are certain regulations and laws and stuff like that you will have to contend with, like having 10 mortgages on your own person. That is one thing that you also need to contend with, but I have so many different ways to get around that. So I could definitely show you how to do that. Now, at the same time, what you want to do is look at what each bank is telling you. Because each bank, each lender, they're all going to have totally different ways to actually lend and their criteria. So you can do this for investment properties. You can actually do this for commercial properties as well. I did a bundled loan of 4 different properties, basically 4 properties, bundled them all together, took all the cash out of every single one of those, and then bought more properties with that. And the great thing was, it's a commercial loan, and out of all these properties, the bank said you cannot have this bundle loan in your own personal name. It has to be in the company's name. I'm like, well, shoot, I don't have like the liability. You can come back after me and go after my credit and go after everything. That's great. Let's put it on the company. Let's go ahead and do that. But they literally said you cannot put it in your personal name, which is great. So you can do this with just about every single property out there with a cash out refinance. But what you want to do is call many different ones. And we'll get into all that and exactly how to do it as well. Now let's jump into actually how to do the cash out refinance. Obviously, you went through the first criteria. You own the property. You have equity in the property. You know you can get 80% loan to value and still put cash out and put it in your pocket. You know that generally the interest rates are fairly low, so you might be able to do better. So this is what you're going to do. The first thing you're going to do, obviously you identify the property. You know which one you're going to go after. I want you to call 3 different mortgage brokers, if not 5 or 6. I want you to call many different ones. And guys, honestly, this is literally one-on-one coaching. I literally teach this to my one-on-one coaching students, how to actually get this done. But you want to contact at least a minimum of 3 different mortgage brokers in the state that your property is in. Like I live in Arizona. When I first started investing, I lived in California and I started buying properties in Ohio and in Texas and then again in Arizona. Then I eventually moved to Arizona. But I have students all over the place investing in the Carolinas, into Floridas, the Midwest, like into Indianapolis and Indiana, Tennessee, all these other places. There's so many great places to invest. And I show all my students how to do that. And I want to show you how to do this too. I have my real estate investing course. I'm going to give you literally for free. Get my free real estate investing course by the description below, masterpassiveincome.com/free course. I will literally give you my free real estate investing course showing you how to find a new area of the country to invest, how to find the right property, how to build the business to make sure you're not losing money, make $250 a month in passive income every single property, and make it an automatic business. It runs itself so you never have to work a job again. So get that, masterpassiveincome.com/free course, or you can even text the word rental. It literally comes to me. Text the word rental to 33777. 33777. I will literally give you my free real estate investing course. Now, as you are getting this process going to doing a cash out refinance and get funds for your real estate investing, you're going to be calling 3 different mortgage brokers. Now, when you're doing that, you're going to be very, very transparent with every single one of them. The last thing you want is to withhold something like it's an investment property, and then towards the end, you're about ready to close, and they say, wait, do you have it rented? Well, yeah, I have it rented. Well, then we're not going to be able to give you the loan. You want to make sure that they know 100% of what you're doing so that everything, like there's no surprises. In fact, I've actually ran into that mistake, like learned from my mistake. I literally did that. Either I omitted it or I forgot, one of the two, and I just didn't say it. They didn't really ask, but I didn't come straight forward and say it. And then at the very end, when we're about ready to close, it happened where they said, well, is this? And I'm like, oh, no, yeah, it's way. And they're like, well, we can't do the loan now. I'm like, oh, no, all that work and all that everything. I even paid for appraisal. And $600 for the appraisal or $400, however much it was, and I don't get this loan. It was a waste of time, waste of money. Be transparent as possible with all the mortgage brokers. Tell them if it's an investment property, if it's your own personal home, if it's a duplex. Like let them know everything about the property. And when you're doing that, you're going to see if they can do it or not. If they give you the green light, they can, then you're going to ask these questions, or you're going to want to know these sort of things. You want to get their interest rates. How much would the interest be? Would it be 3%? Would it be 2%? Would it be 4%? Whatever it might be, you want to get your interest rate so that you know beforehand what you can potentially lock it in. Now, you don't lock it in until you actually get going and actually get your credit pulled and have them lock it in. But what you want to do is you want to have this, because remember, we're interviewing 3 different mortgage brokers. Each one of those mortgage brokers, we're actually going to actually talk to them about it and get their information and get their fees, how much they're going to charge, what the interest rates are going to be, what the terms are going to be, all this sort of stuff. We want to know all this stuff before we actually do the cash out refinance. The next thing, after you talk to them, you get their fees, and you go with the company that you really like the most, you're going to need to verify your income. Now, I don't have a job. I'm blessed to be out of that job, that just over broke job. I'm completely blessed to be out of that, but I still have to verify my income. Just like if you had a job, you give them your W-2, you give them your tax returns. Me, as an investor, I give them my tax returns. I show them how I'm making money. They see my bank accounts and all that sort of stuff. That's how I verify my income. That's what you're going to need to do with them. After you verify your income with the bank, what they're going to do next is get the process started. You might have to sign a few documents. So signing documents is not bad. They're literally email it to you, print them out, sign it, send it back. Then you're going to get the appraisal done. Once they signed off, said, yes, we're going to go with the process, we're going to get the appraisal done. That's something you absolutely want to do, is get the appraisal done. Now, you're going to have to pay for it out of pocket, which is totally fine, but you know everything's going to be going through smoothly. You've already penciled out how much you're going to be getting in the cash out refinance from the loan. You also know how much the interest rates are going to be, so you already basically have everything locked in. They're going to give you all the disclosures. A disclosure is basically a big sheet of everything line item out of interest rates, fees, terms, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to give you a couple huge keys. Number one, you want to make sure there's no prepayment penalty. The penalty would be like, we're going to charge you an extra $1,000. If you refinance it again, we're going to charge you money to take it out of and put it in someone else's bank. Now, only thing that you really need to do after that is just wait. You have your bank, the new bank, your original bank and your new bank, and you have the title company right in the middle. The title company is going to connect everything. They're going to take the money. They're going to make sure the paperwork's all signed. What the title company is actually going to do, they're going to send you a notary. The notary comes to your house. Like my notary literally came to my house like on Monday, so 2 days ago, and we went through this entire packet. So everything in here, we went through the entire thing and signed everything, and then the notary takes care of everything. It actually sends it to the bank. It sends it to the title company. It sends it to everybody so that everything gets funded. From there, you just sit back and then you get a check just like this. Super awesome to do cash out refinance. Now remember, I do have that video where I showed the 14 different ways to fund and finance your real estate investing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I'm giving you so many great things on how to invest. Watch this video right here. This is the video showing you how to actually invest in 14 different ways and get funding for your properties. I'll see you guys in the next one.